Hello, everyone. I am Donna Hoffman, the founder of Women on Course. And it's so exciting to see everybody today for an orientation of what we were all about. We have over 100 people signed up for this event. Some of you know next to nothing about Women on Course, and some of you have been longtime members. So I hope you get a lot out of this. What we are going to do today is we're going to go over two main areas of Women on Course where I get the most the most questions. Excuse me. So first, we're going to talk about the Women on Course events, which is one of the main reasons people participate and join. And then second, we're going to talk about the benefits of membership, some of the things that we offer. Okay, so let's get started. I'm going to share my computer screen to talk about this. We're going to go right to the event calendar. So this is as you see at the top, we have our different tabs. This is our event calendar. And you can view our events in two ways. First of all, we define ourselves by market. We are not chapter driven. Once you participate or join Women on Course, you can go to any event on our calendar. There's no requirement, geographic restrictions. So you can view these events either by a calendar view here, or there is a list view. So you can go to, say, Boston, for example. If you click Boston, and I don't know if you can all see Boston here. The list here is alphabetical by course. And Megan Bell, Megan, say hello. Megan is our director of national events, and she works tirelessly on this calendar. So we have more events coming. So you'll see them alphabetically by course. And these are more of our single events. Either they're golf clinics or they're course play. And then at the top of the list, we have our special or signature events. And these are events that are more themed or they're special. They're a one-off. Here we're taking a bunch of ladies to the Northeast Golf Show. We'll have social events and virtual events, which is what you're on today. So you can view them this way. But let's go back to our event calendar. One of the big questions I get asked is, can I sign up for this event? Which event should I sign up for? So my philosophy, and again, I started this 21 years ago, is we have two categories of golfers. We have what I call our range-ready golfers. These are people new to the game. They've never touched a club. They may be perpetually learning, but they've never been on a golf course. Or they've been on a golf course and they found out they were over their head. So these are women, for sake of calling them a category, we'll call them beginners. So I've got this icon called the beginner friendly golf. So whenever you see a green golf ball, these should be welcoming to beginners. Most of these green golf balls are golf clinics. They take place on the range, or you're going out on a golf course with a golf pro, okay? In certain instances, you will be going out to play in a team format, a scramble format, and so it's okay for you to go out to those events, okay? Now, the second category is what I call our course-ready golfers. So when people say, I'd like to sign up for 9 holes, but I'm not sure if I'm ready, I'm going to ask you, are you a course-ready golfer? This is a definition that I made up. How do you know if you're a course-ready golfer? All right, we have a little quiz here. Are you golf course ready? It's amazing how many people don't know this button exists, okay? It's right there at the top of the website. So let's see if we can find that button. Here it is. Take our course ready quiz. If you can answer 5 yeses, you are ready. The number one thing we expect is that you understand what pace of play means. And if you are falling behind, you will advance your ball. So if you don't know what pace of play means or how to keep a pace of play or what it is, you are not course ready. All right. The second thing we expect is that you practice golf etiquette. And there's a lot of unspoken rules in golf. You could break a rule and have no idea. Okay. We don't expect you to know every single piece of etiquette, but know enough so that you are respecting other players and their game and the golf course. All right. Notice how I haven't talked about skill level in these first 2 requirements. We don't expect you to be a superstar player. We're not talking about skill. I started playing golf. I was not a very skilled golfer. I don't like to use negative adjectives like I'm horrible, I stink, I'm not good. I like to say I'm a learning golfer, I'm an improving golfer. So we don't care so much about your skill level as we do keeping this pace of play and using the etiquette. And I'm going to get to later in this presentation how that works. So if you do have questions, please save them for the end. I'll probably answer them. All right, these next two things are about your golf technical skills. So I'd like to wrap them up in these two bullets by saying I can make ball contact 70% of the time. So if you're out there swinging and missing, swinging and missing, swinging and missing, you need to stay on the range till you can at least make contact with that ball. Again, I don't care where it goes. I really don't. Just know that you can make contact so you're having some fun. Because what's the point of being out there? The golf course is a place where you play the game. The range is where you practice the game. Okay, keep that in mind. We had a lady in Orange County the other day who said, I'm practicing. Well, you can't practice on the golf course. That's not what it's for. This one is a bigger bucket for being self-sufficient. I'm familiar with golf club distances and I know which club to use. So that basically wraps up, I am self-sufficient. I'm not going to ask my cart partner, what club should I use? Where should I stand? What should I do? I don't know what to do. I don't know where to park the cart. You need to take care of yourself and know how to navigate yourself from the tee box to the hole without asking for any help. The other people you're with are not there to teach you. They're not there to mentor you. They've paid money to play. So to be respectful, you have to take care of yourself. And the last is, because it's women on course and we have fun, we would expect that you show up to be self-reliant and you come with a positive attitude. So there's a lot of craziness in the world. Leave all the negative stuff behind, come out, relax, and have fun and meet some amazing women. Okay, so I'm going to go back now to how do you play golf on the golf course? So here's the statistic. Only 10% of golfers can keep score following the rules of golf and break the score of 100. Only 10%. That means 90% of these 25 million golfers score above 100. So if you are keeping score following the rules of golf, and let's say your score is 110, and you're playing with three other people that are also 110, that is 440 strokes you are taking as a team. You are not going to finish that round on a proper pace of play. So we have 3 ways that you can play golf. Here we go. As this loads, it's a little slow, but the first way to play golf is the traditional way that most people envision, and that is keeping score. Okay, I will tell you when we're on Zoom, sometimes the pages take a really long time to load, so I'll talk and eventually we'll get the graphic up. But you can keep score according to the rules of golf. Here we are, 3 ways to play. I would suggest that if you typically score around 100, 105, go ahead, keep score, and play your own way. All right, our rounds are recreational for the most part, meaning you can have 4 people and the 4 people are playing 4 different ways. We don't expect you to have a handicap and we don't expect you to keep score if you don't want to. So I'm going to jump over to the play your own way. Many women who are course ready play their own way. They don't keep score. They don't follow the rules. So if you are playing with someone who is not playing their own way, if you're going to do that, let me just start by saying this. You meet your friends and you go, listen, I'm not keeping score. I'm going to play my own way. So if you see me breaking the rules, I might take my ball out of the sand trap and just throw it onto the fairway. I may take my ball and put it on a short little tee because it's easier for me to hit that way. I'm not playing to be on the LPGA tour. I'm making it easier for me to get the ball and advance it and keep the pace of play. So let the people know. And ladies, if you see someone playing her own way and breaking the rules, it's not your job to be the rules committee and say, what are you doing? Why are you doing that? Everyone pay attention to yourself and play your own game. That's going to be a theme here. Pay attention to yourself. Don't worry what everybody else is doing. You just keep on track. All right, so make up your own rules. One thing that I've done on some of our travel events, which people love, is I call this a score 5 on every hole, right here, score 5. This is our favorite, and I'll tell you why I love it. First of all, a lot of people will tell you, pick up your ball when you're 2 over par. And again, if you don't understand this lingo, this means you're not course ready yet. But if they tell you to pick up when you're 2 over par, some people aren't even near the flag. They don't even see the flag yet because they're hitting it 10 feet, 10 feet, 10 feet. So I don't like that advice. I rather you hit your tee shot and wherever it goes, I don't care where it goes, pick it up, place it on the 100-yard marker or place it on the 50-yard marker for your second shot. That way you have a chance of getting it on the green. If you don't get on the green on that second shot, then put it maybe 10 or 20 yards from the green so you can work on a chip shot, something you've practiced. And if you still don't get on the green, pick up your ball, put it on the putting surface, and take 2 putts. Now, what does this do? This takes someone who is not a skilled golfer and it gets you from the tee box to the hole in 5 shots. And you are going to be the fastest player in your group and people will applaud you. So that is one way that you can play in our events and not hold everybody up. Make sense? Okay, let me get back to the event page. All right, we do have some other resources here, how to be a popular player. This is just a few of my favorite etiquette tips, things you should avoid on the golf course. But those are events that we play. I didn't talk about our scramble formats. We do sometimes do, that's a team format, and you can learn more about that later, but those are also good events for everybody of all skill levels to play. Now, one of the questions I get on our events here is the new beginner classes, are golf clubs included? All right, so let's click on an event that hasn't happened yet, and we're going to get answers to our questions. Okay, again, this does take a little long to load, but what you will find here on the event details is what the price is. And some of our events we ask you to pay in advance, and some of them we ask you to pay at the golf course. This is all dictated by Megan finding out will the golf course wants money in advance, so they want guarantees. When you pay at the golf course, everyone pays the same amount. Non-members will be paying a booking fee. So here's an example. They all look the same. It tells you about the event, the maximum number who can RSVP, and it will give you the cancellation policy. We stick to those cancellation policies 100%, and they vary from course to course. So I feel very bad when a parent dies, your cat got stuck in a tree, your car broke down, you have a work emergency. It doesn't matter what the reason is. We stick to our cancellation policy to be fair to everybody, because then we're judging what reason makes more sense. And we are obligated to the golf course for the spot. We're obligated to the golf pro for your spot. And we have, in many cases, turned people away from this event. And if you cancel at the last minute, we can't fill your spot typically. So non-members, so one of the big benefits of membership is that members do not pay what we call a non-member fee. This is due when you register. It is not applied to your fee to play golf, and it is non-refundable. So as a member, you do not pay booking fees. And when it is a prepaid event, our members get a lower rate. All right, so when you press the RSVP button, and again, I apologize that on Zoom it's a little slow. This is where you're going to log in. I'm a returning member, and you'll fill out the form to sign up for the event. So while we're waiting to do that, let's see if we can do this quickly. If not, I will explain. When you're signing up for an event, there's a comment section. Okay, and in that comment section, you can add notes like, this is my first time, I'm a little nervous. So everything's up here, but here's your notes section right here. And if you're playing in a golf event and you want to play with your friend, you can play, I'd like to play, with Megan. I want to play with Megan because she's my friend and I'm a little scared. But this is where you put your pairing notes. So what we do is the day before the event, we'll pair everybody up. We'll tell you what your tee time is. We'll send you an email. After that email goes out, we don't accept pairing requests anymore, because then we're gonna have to disrupt everybody. So if you do have a request to play with someone, or you want the last tee time because you're getting out of work, put it here in the notes. And if you don't put it in the notes, you can always email us, info@womenoncourse.com. Try to get that request in 48 hours in advance before we do the pairings. All right, this is something brand new. We just implemented it this week. We have a code of conduct. And if you click this, this tells you the expectations of everybody on the golf course. This helps us keep a welcoming, inclusive environment. You will see on there that we expect you to keep a good pace of play, and we expect you to respect others. So again, you're going to hear this pace of play and etiquette is more what we focus on. And if you don't know and you show up and maybe you're playing too slow, we'll reach out to you. We'll give you some resources so that you can learn about it and then come back the next time and know how to keep your pace of play. Okay. All right. Let's see what we're going to talk about next. So I'm going to stop the screen share right now and see if there are any questions about, Megan, did you see any questions in the chat about the events and what's good for people? Okay.
We're okay so far.
Okay. We do offer a handicap service, ladies. So if you are tracking your handicap, you can get that with your membership. Okay.
We do have one question regarding course play.
Okay.
Can you let us know what your question is, please, ma'am?
And I will share the next screen while we're working on that.
Yeah, so for the Women on Course events, are we expected to be course ready, or is it mostly course ready with, hey, sometimes I'm not, the women are there to help out a little bit, or are we expected to be completely course ready?
Yes, so you are expected to be completely course ready.
Okay.
And with the exception of, again, you'll see on our calendar, we do have events that are called on-course clinics, on-course lessons, a clinic with 3 holes. Those have golf pros that will go on the course with you and they will help you. Okay. But when you sign up for just 9 holes and there's no assistance by a golf pro, you are expected to be course ready. Okay. So I would suggest you maybe play a few times in one of those with a friend or bring a friend with you that's going to mentor you kind of and keep you moving. That's a good thing. And we have social events, which are great events to meet people in the same boat. So let's turn to this next part.
I had one question. Had a call. What about the promotion, the promo?
Oh, we're going to get to
above
that. We're going to get to the promo.
Okay, you didn't. I thought maybe I
didn't
missed
talk
it.
about that
Sorry.
yet.
Okay.
Do a promo. So let's talk about
wait.
membership. We'll talk about membership. And now's a good time to talk about our promotion. We have a special promotion right now where you get $20 off any membership we have now until Valentine's Day. And the promo code is Sweet Deal. Megan, you want to type that in the chat? Sweet Deal is the promo code, and that's what you're going to enter. Okay, when you are a member, you will log in. I don't know if you saw me, but I logged in, and you get a lot of answers here and a lot of access. So one question I get a lot is, when does my membership expire? It's right here at the top of your members. This is called the members area. So log in, any member, you'll get to this page. This is when you expire. If you want to renew, you click the button to renew. Here is where you're going to find some great information. We have a member referral program. Okay. If you refer a friend, you and your friend will both get 1 month free. Now, your friend will have to use your member referral code. So we put your specific code right at the top. And if you're thinking of joining after this call and you would like to use my member code and get a free month, write this down, 49 Hoffman. Automatically, you're going to get a free month. Use Sweet Deal in the promo code section and you'll get $20 off. So there you go. It's a little extra month. This is an area where we have a lot of cool things. So first of all, let's say a lot of women join to meet other women. So if you're at an event, we do not give out personal information. We have a very strict privacy policy. So if you've met a friend and you say, Donna, I'd like to get in touch with Megan, can you give me your phone number? The answer is, be a member, come here, type in Megan Bell. Megan, if I hit submit, I'll get all the Megans, but I'm going to put in her name specifically, Megan Bell. And there are no Megan Bells. And you know why there are no Megan Bells? Because I had the city of Springfield in here. All right, but if I type in Megan Bell, I will get Megan Bell, if I can spell her name right. And there she is. All I do is I click on her name and I can send her an email. All right, let's say the snow is melted and it's a beautiful day and you want to play golf tomorrow. Okay, I live in Oakton, Virginia, and I'm going to do 10 miles outside of my zip code. And I would like to find other course-ready golfers. This is going to give me a list of all the course-ready members that live 10 miles from my house. So I want to invite 3 people to play with me. So I'm going to check 3 people and I'm going to write them a message. Do you want to play golf? You know, do you want to play golf? And I'll hit send the message. Okay. A little thing about our website. You cannot email more than 3 people at a time. Well, you can, but if you do, it comes to us first and we have to approve it. This will prevent someone from basically spamming the whole database. Okay. And again, you'll see when you send an email, there is no private information that is shared. So if you want to take the conversation offline, you just say, call me, you know, contact me at, and you can give people your information here, but we do not share the information. All right, so that's how our message center works. This is very helpful when people are going on trips. We send out a list of where everybody's from, and you might want to get in touch with people coming from your market. Another important area is what are the events you've signed up for that are coming up next? Manage my events. If you are a non-member, little trick, you can log in using the members button and you will only see this section. You'll see your upcoming events and your profile. So if you want to manage your events, you click the button. Is it going to work? Here it is. So these are all the events I have coming up. There's a short game clinic I'm going to be doing in Florida on February 22nd. It's active, which means I'm signed up for it. I'm not going to go. So I'm going to cancel my registration. Bing, I'm canceled. Now what this will do is it's going to send an email to anybody who's waiting on the list. It'll take you off the list and it will automatically trigger a refund if the event is prepaid. Again, a lot of our events, if you prepay, if you cancel before the deadline, which is usually 3 days, an email will come to us that you've canceled and you will automatically get a refund. You don't need to write us and say, I'm canceling. We will give you the refund less the cancellation fee. So see, I've just canceled here. Oops, wait a minute. I really do want to go. I hit that by mistake. I click reactivate and it puts me back on the list. Okay, so it takes a few minutes, but it'll put me back on the list. All right, so now if we manually add you to an event, sometimes let's say it's raining and Megan calls you and says it's raining, or Colony West, the golf pro broke her leg and we're not going to have this event. Megan will cancel the event and then she will manually add you to a new date. That is not going to show up on your list. So anything manual, this only records things that you've signed up for on the website. Okay, so at least it kind of gives you an idea. When you sign up on the website, you will get an email confirmation immediately. If you don't get an email, and check your spam file, if you don't get an email, chances are you didn't go through the whole process to sign up. So make sure you get an email that you have signed up. Okay, the other thing we have where you'll find a lot of information is edit your profile. I'm not going to click here because that's my personal information, but on here you'll find your password. So if you want to change your password, you can go here. You can change your golf level because remember, when you join, you're going to pick what level you are. Okay, course ready, sport, and accomplished. It's all defined on the membership form. But this, let's say you started out, I've never touched a club, and now you're course ready. You can change your golf level. This assists us in pairing you, and it assists you in the search box. And by the way, a 19th hole golfer is someone that just comes for the social. They don't play, and that's fine too. All right, another big benefit of Women on Course that we've added is partner discounts. And one of the biggest ones is our PGA Tour Superstore discount. If you are shopping and gearing up with clothes, golf bag, maybe you're going shopping for Father's Day and buying a bunch of gifts, you spend $500, $600, you're going to save, you know, any 15%, anywhere from $70 to $90 just with one shopping trip. That pays for a 6-month membership. So a lot of our women will join just to get this discount. It's good for as many times as you go in the store. And the way you use it is you have to download the card. It'll do this on your smartphone, but what you do is you need to show this to the store. It has your member number. It shows when you expire. You need to be a current member, and they will give you the discount. Now, there's some exclusions, but most things are valid, and it is only good for the in-store purchases. So this is a really big benefit. Okay, I'm going to show you, there's some other vendors. Swing Control, here's the promo code. Okay, I'm going to hide this because if you're not members, you can't all see the code. But the codes are on here. We are going to do something really cool. The first 4 people after this call that either renew or join, we're going to send you a $50 gift card to use on the Swing Control website. Okay, so that's a little perk if you want to sign up and join. You'll get a $50 gift card. One of the new benefits that we're going to be adding next week, this first time we're announcing this, is we are partnering with Troon Golf. And if you don't know who Troon Golf is, they manage probably, oh, I don't know, 400 or 500 golf courses around the country, around the world. They're probably the 2nd or 3rd largest golf management company in the world. They sell what's called a Troon Access Card. It sells for $250. Our members will have a promo code to get $50 off that card. Now, people that I said earlier in Arizona, they have a list of all the courses where the card works. And what the card will get you is a lot of benefits, but the biggest one is 15% off tee times. Troon does manage a lot of higher end golf courses. So if you're going on vacation, you're going to Myrtle Beach, you're going to Florida, you're going to Arizona, a lot of our members who travel, you use that card to book tee times for you and a friend. Again, the savings, will pay for your membership. So we have that as a benefit. Okay, the other, I think that's really it on this page that I have for you. Any questions about the members page and benefits?
Is Accomplished having a handicap already established? Thank you, Donna.
Yes. So the way I defined it, if this goes, so accomplished means you do keep score following the rules of golf, and you have an established handicap. Now, Women on Course, we have a handicap service. So these are our different packages. We have a 6-month, a 1-year, a 20-month, and we have a special this month where you get a Glove It golf glove, $5 more than a year, you get a glove. Now, I told you earlier in this call that we have resources for people who are trying to get course ready. So we do have it's called Fast Track to the First Tee. And this is an online program. It's $20 added to your 1-year membership. And what this does is it's going to take you through 9 steps to get course ready. And it will go over how the game works, what equipment you need, what to wear, what is the etiquette and rules, what are the score, how do you score in golf? In this etiquette and rules, we talk about pace of play. It'll guide you. How many lessons do I need to take? What type of lessons do I need to take? Who should I take lessons from? How much we recommend you practice. And then we want you to play a couple rounds of golf in the right scenario so you're comfortable with some help. Someone had asked earlier, you play with some help before you actually go out there on your own. So this is another program that we do have that you can add to your membership. So that's that. And I'm trying to think if there's anything else. Oh, so on the join form, this is where you pick your membership level. I'm sorry, your golf skill level. And I'm already a member, so I can't go there. But it will define the different levels. And so the closer you are to your definition, the better. And it will also give you the option to add the handicap service to your membership. It's $46, and you will have a GHIN, a GHIN number. And if you already have a handicap, so this is where you pick your different types of membership here. We have a 3-month as well if you want to try us out. And then we have our handicap service. You just check the box and that'll add to it. If you're already a member and you want to add the handicap service to your membership, just send us an email and we'll give you an invoice for $46. Okay. Let's see. I have one more thing I wanted to tell you about, which was our golf trips. If you're interested in travel, we do get a lot of questions about our golf trips. These golf trips sell out a good year in advance. We have 8 active trips right now. I'm going to show you the Tucson trip right now because we do have space available. The trips, who are the trips for? Again, a lot of questions. Am I good enough to go on a golf trip? The same applies with the local events. If you are course ready, you can keep up a pace of play and you know the etiquette, you are absolutely welcome on the golf trips. Usually I'm on the trip, Megan's on the trip. Some of the trips I will do a beginner friendly agenda. So I will actually do an on-course workshop for you, how to play with people and keep the pace moving. I'll play with you and guide you through. Pretty much any event I'm on, I will do that as a mentor. The packages, this is what it includes. We have our member and non-member pricing. Some of our trips are member only. We typically get anywhere from 60 to 120 people on these trips. So you're always going to find somebody that you can get along with and play with. The sweet spot for me is 72 people. That's enough for you to meet a lot of people, but it's not so overwhelming you can't navigate. Okay, we always ask for a non-refundable deposit. Okay, it's non-refundable because we sign contracts and we have to guarantee numbers. We take a big risk when we're signing these contracts. I put it in red because I get the sob stories, I have to cancel, but we recommend that you buy travel insurance. And Women on Course, we are not a travel insurance company. So you have to find your own company because there's all different policies, cancel for no reason, whatever. So go ahead and buy your trip insurance if you're concerned. We do offer a payment schedule to make it easy so you can pay over time. And we, again, stick to the cancellation policy. So if you're thinking of canceling, before you email me, do I get a refund? Go to the page and read the dates and the cancellation policies. And you can always find a substitute. If you're on the waiting list for a trip, you can sometimes get a great deal because if it's 3 months out and someone cancels and they've paid for the trip in full, you know, say they paid their $1,500, they don't get their money back. So you can say, hey, I'll offer you $500 for your spot. She'll say, sure. Then you just got to go on a trip for $500. We had 2 people go to Spain that way for a very low cost. Okay, I'm going to stop the recording because we are